कर्मणा वाधिका रस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचिता. Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 2, Shlok 47. You have a right to perform your prescribed duty, but you are not entitled to the fruits of action. Never consider yourself the cause of the result of your activities and never be attached to not doing your duty. With this beautiful explanation, good morning and a very warm welcome to one and all present here. I, Dr. Nihashi Shrivastava, Assistant Professor, Amity Institute of Behavioral and Allied Sciences, welcome you all on today's webinar. Today, we are celebrating Anandam Day. Anandam scheme, as we know, that this scheme launched by Government of Rajasthan, and the reason behind starting this scheme to ensuring that the students get their contribution towards society to make it better. When we talk about society, individual's life, when we talk about success. So anxiety, stress, tension are very common, but at the same time, very important ingredients in the recipe of success. Because someone has said, there are no secrets to success. It is the result of preparation. It is the result of hard work and learning from failure. Sometimes failure leads to anxiety, and anxiety leads to depression. But if you know about the reason, about the management, then this anxiety leads to success. क्योंकि कहा भी गया है कि वो पथ क्या पथिक परीक्षा क्या जिस पथ में बिखरे शूल न हो नाविक की धैर्य परीक्षा क्या जब धाराएं प्रतिकूल न हो. So, to begin with, I would like to request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Amity University, Rajasthan, Professor Amit Jain, sir, for the welcome address. Sir, over to you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nehershi, and a very warm welcome to Mr. Rakesh Sareen from WELM and other colleagues and esteemed guests from WELM family. A warm welcome to the coordinating department and the leadership team of IBAS, Dr. Vismita, my faculty colleagues, Dr. Nehershi, Ms. Shrija, and I can see many of the colleagues here. Although it seems that everyone has joined using Dr. Vismita's link, so everyone's name is coming as Dr. Vismita, and that in a way is a good omen. So our IBAS, one of the flagship school of Amity University, Rajasthan, is everywhere, and the leader herself is everywhere.
Thank you, sir.
So it is really a matter of great pride and privilege for me that we have collaborated with WELM, and we have a dignitary like Mr. Sareen. Mr. Sareen has shown his eminence in almost all the domains which you can think of. Mr. Sareen, you are a role model for young professionals. So right from a CEO to a corporate board member to an entrepreneur to a wellness coach to an today as an academic, there is no field and there is no domain that you have left untouched. And we are so happy and proud that you are with us today. I'm not an expert in psychology. I'm not an expert in wellness also. But a few things definitely I always followed in my life, and probably that also helped me to grow and achieve whatever little I could achieve in this short span of around 23 years. So definitely the title of the talk today is Anxiety to Success. और जब हम एंजाइटी की बात करते हैं तो वो हमेशा one of my pet line is that I like the Mountain Dew ad कि डर के आगे जीत है. Right. So who is not anxious? Anyone who is sincere enough, anyone who is really concerned about well-being of oneself, about the well-being of the society, the country, the humanity, the organization, the colleagues will develop some kind of a stress, some kind of anxiety. And obviously, when this anxiety, synonym of which we can take as a stress, when it becomes too much to handle, to control, to manage, then it leads to burnout. And that could be an impediment in achieving the success. So definitely, all our youngsters need to learn how to manage your anxiety, how to deal with it. One thing for sure is that we all face it. So I still remember, I believe, till my final year of MBA, I was always conscious whenever I used to speak on stage. I had that stage fear, despite the fact that I was part of drama team. I was part of many other cultural and social activities. I used to go often, but that anxiety always used to be there, right? And the only thing is that I learned how to manage it, how to overcome it, and give my best performance. So, as it is said that we are what we repeatedly do. So, excellence is thus not an art, but a habit. And if you develop right habits, it will definitely lead to success. In fact, the word habit itself says a lot. If you remove H, a bit remains. If you remove A bit remains. If you remove B, it remains. So what is required is to develop right kind of habits, and probably the time currently or the stage of life cycle you are in is the right time to develop right mindset, right habits, and that will pave a way for success. I'll not speak much. We have experts to talk about this. And I once again extend a very warm welcome to Mr. Serene and all members of WellM community. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your words. Your words very insightful and very meaningful for us. So thank you so much. Now, I would like to invite our guest speaker, Mr. Rakesh Sareen, sir. Mr. Rakesh Sareen, sir, he is the founder and chairman, WellM. Mr. Sareen is an entrepreneur and founder chairman of Wellness Mandela. Being a global business leader, he has been at the helm of operations of multi-billion-dollar companies like Wärtsilä Corporation and Suzlon as a president, CEO, and director on boards spanning across continents. He is currently on the board of companies as independent director and engaged in consulting with large corporates and international funds in the renewable energy space. He is also a diligent researcher and ardent practitioner of holistic wellness practices for many decades. So, sir, we are very lucky to have you with us. Sir, the stage is yours. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Madam Nehashri. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Jain, very well said. A great start of the morning. And it's a noble cause. I could also sense the feeling for people in this institute when Professor Vismita Paliwal started with the Gita shlokas and very meaningful aspects in life that this great university is looking at. MIT definitely is a big name in the educational institutes. And I believe the name is there because of the spirit which runs across all the MIT organizations. So today at WellM, we have a humble idea to put in front of you, and that is around anxiety. And for taking it through, let me share the presentation with you. And with that, I'll try to pass on few very important messages. Do you see my screen? And this this is an extremely important aspect, not only for the students, but all of us, including the faculty. So do you hear me and see the screen?
So we can hear you, but we are not able to see the screen. So
Oh, let me once again try to resolve it. So while Leher is setting the system, there's seems to be some technical glitch out here. But let me continue with the discussions out here. You see, anxiety is something which is like our shadow. The day we are born, there are areas where, which make us anxious, and anxiety is not always bad. But it is a fact that, when we are children, then anxiety could be for a toy. As we grow up, the anxiety can come from our semesters and annual exams. As we grow up, and join the organizations, anxiety could come from performance, it could come from quarter-on-quarter results. And there are a host of areas where the anxiety and we are the best friends. Whether we like it or not, but anxiety is around us. I also believe that anxiety, while it is our shadow, it could be our friend, or it could be something which can take us down. What I'll do is that before we start the presentation, I would like to go through a visualization exercise. And I would request if you can close your eyes for a minute and think of a situation. And think of a situation which made you really anxious, which made you uncomfortable. It could have happened a week back, it could have happened a month back, but that situation made you really anxious. What were your feelings at that time? What were your sensations? What went around in your internal world? It could have been because of some event coming ahead of you. It could be because of some relationship. It could be because of various issues what you face in life. It could have been because of health challenge. A situation where you were really tensed and anxious. What went around in your life at that time? And think about how you really handle it. What did you do about it? And more importantly, now on hindsight, do you think you could have handled it better? Because what is more important is that how do we learn from life? So the bigger question is that having gone through that anxious phase in life, at this moment of time, do you think you could have handled it better? So friends, with this, if you open your eyes, and Leher, can you shift to the next slide? So at such tense moments, what really happens in our life is that we are not able to think through clearly. We get a foggy mind. Our body language lacks confidence. We don't get the best response. Maybe there is an interview for the internship or for a placement, But when I'm going through an anxious phase, or maybe for that particular moment, we are not at our best. And as we say, what we say is only a part of it, but how we say it, how is our body language becomes so very important. And there are people who are confident, even though their domain knowledge may not be 100%, but because they have conviction, they have confidence, they fare much better in the interviews. And life is not about 100% perfection, but the life is that how do we handle the situations with the knowledge what we have, with the wisdom what we have. And anxiety is one element which really butchers the confidence. And at times, such anxious moment gives a feeling that maybe this is not meant for me. So it's the same anxiety which can be extremely harmful to us. But at the same time, anxiety is not always bad. Anxiety, if used in our favor, there is a positive anxiety, which is like you take a rubber band, if it is stretched, it does its job. But if it is overstretched, what we call is that it breaks down, the rubber band breaks. And that's what we call is anxiety, which is not our friend. So today is about that how do we use anxiety in our favor? And today is about that if anxiety is our shadow, and this shadow is going to be there till the day we are there, then how can we handle it in a much, much, much better way? And if that happens, that's what is a recipe of using that anxiety to reach our full potential. Now, since we have gone through a small exercise of visualization in terms of bringing some anxious moment to the present moment, and also ask an important question that could we have handled that anxiety, anxious moments in a better way as a solution? I will invite my colleague Leher, who's an accomplished psychologist, to take you through another exercise, a brief exercise, which will give you some ideas that how to handle such moments in a better way. So Leher, over to you. If you can take us all through that exercise.
Okay. Thank you, sir. So again, I think building on from what Mr. Sareem said, and also what I think Professor Jain also mentioned, that we all face anxiety at different points, but how we handle it really lays a path for success. So what we'll do is I'll quickly request everyone again to close their eyes after keeping in mind what I'm talking about. So what we want to do is, if we can all look at me, I'm going to show you a small exercise that you can do whenever you think you're feeling anxious. So what we do is, we close our eyes, we take a long deep breath in, slowly inhale, and exhale. Now, what we have to do is, at this time, we have to ensure that we have a big smile on our face. Okay? So when you're breathing in and breathing out, make sure that you have a big smile on your face. So listen to my voice and close your eyes. Slowly take a deep breath in from your nose. And slowly breathe out. Take another deep breath in. Slowly feel the tension leaving your body as you exhale. Take a deep breath in. Now all the tension is leaving your body. Another deep breath in. And exhale with a big smile on your face, even bigger. Stay with how your body is feeling right now. Pay attention to the feeling of relaxation coursing throughout. Another deep breath in. And with a big smile out. Now slowly and gently you can open your eyes. Let's make sure we have that smile still on. Yes. Okay. So I hope you're able to keep this in mind when you're feeling tensed, because if we're smiling, if we're taking deep breaths, it's really helpful to situations when we're feeling super anxious. So just 1 second.
So
Yes.
Leher, while you're changing the slide, can you elaborate on the fact that why smiling is important while breathing?
Right. So there's a lot of research also, being done how what we feel shows on our face. And our facial expressions also tend to impact how we're feeling internally. There's a huge study done by Paul Ekman. So whenever we're smiling, even though we're not feeling happy, it also affects our mood. I'm sure a lot of you noticed that, while we were in the session and suddenly, we relaxed and then we smiled. I think I also felt a little more happy after doing that exercise. How about everyone else? Did you feel a little more relaxed or a little more happy when you were doing it?
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Right. So it's exactly that. So if we're breathing slowly and if, we're taking control of our breath, and our facial expressions also sometimes tend to impact our mood. And these are very small things that we can do at, any time. So if it might be before an exam, you have 2-3 minutes to practice this, or before a presentation. I think a lot of students do tend to, feel anxious before presentations. Like, Professor Jain also said that, while speaking in public, sometimes it tends to make us feel anxious. So a quick DIY for anyone in case they feel they want to use it. So moving on to a little bit of the current scenario. Now with Wellem app, what we intend to do is that, sometimes we have either exams, or if we've, spoken with our friends and things didn't go well, we're thinking about it so much that we tend to be up till 3 a.m., right? We're thinking what to do, how to manage. So we can feel really tense, not be able to sleep, or sometimes we wake up in the middle of the night with these thoughts, right? So what do? So we have a solution where we can, anonymously go into a community and share our thoughts at 3 a.m. because not all our friends are awake at that time. So who do we turn to? We anonymously share in a community, which is a safe space. And people also actually suggest a lot of helpful tips, like we talk to our friends and they say, why don't you try this? Maybe, putting sticky notes on your papers when you're doing the exam or something else will help. So people who've gone through this also tend to, post some helpful thing, and you might try it and it might just work for you, right? And also, psychologists also, or other experts also will respond to what you're saying in case you've posted something at that time. And of course, I'm sorry, just 1 second.
So what I was trying to say is that while Leher is at work, we want to provide a buddy in hand of every student and even faculty, that how to find a friend at the time of need, and how can that friend really help you to pass through that anxious phase. And the help is available 24/7 and split second. So yeah, Leher, carry on.
Yes, sorry about there was a network issue. So we were talking about how, a lot of us do face this. And in fact, a recent study in 2020 talked about that depression was prevalent in about 48.3% of the students, whereas anxiety was prevalent in 50% of students. So this was just to give you a context. This was a study conducted with 400 college students across India. Between the age of 18 to 25. So our goal essentially is to be able to provide some tips and kits that students can use as first aid whenever they're feeling anxious. I think with the exercise that Mr. Serene talked about, we were all able to remember one instant or several instances where we were all feeling anxious, right? So the idea is to provide a safe space where we can talk or find some tips or experts we can connect with in case we feel we're feeling either anxious or for individuals who may be suffering from depression. So all of that is available. Now, additionally, I think we already talked about the exercises. So we have a Seek library wherein you can go and see, self-help tools and videos that you can use at any time. And also there is space where you can track your emotions and see how you've been feeling throughout the week and connect with the right wellness coaches. So through sessions, through community support and self-help tips to manage anxiety better, that is how the WellM app will be helpful in your journey to success. I think you can also see a screenshot where someone has posted anonymously how they were feeling. And there was also a suggestion from one of the psychologists, in this case, it's me here, who provides some helpful tips for them to, proceed. So RS, I would request you to jump in and yeah.
Sure, please move on to the next slide. And now we're talking the solution, just to give you a glimpse that what can really make a difference with a WellM app in your hand. Go ahead, Leher. So our philosophy is first to measure, and what we have on the app is there are certain very, very effective assessments, which I'll show you in the coming slides. After the assessment, you get some very interesting report, and these reports are like self-reflection, which will make you take a step back and really think that, fine, my objective of getting into Amity is, the bigger objective is, let's say, A, B, and C, and which one, of course, is to make a great career, get a good value-add organization to work for, etc., etc. But these assessment reports will help you in making that dream reality in terms of shaping up to get ready for the future. Then, we have a tracking mechanism in the report. So whatever we are measuring, that how do we track it over a period of time? And most importantly, we also provide a heat map, meaning for the whole campus, that how are we doing in terms of our emotional and physical wellness. So this is one part on the measurement side. The second piece of the solution is that how to engage. So we have some very interesting advisory coming through the technology to you. We have coaches who are available for your help. We have the community feature, what Leher showed you just now. We have a very interesting Seek library. There are over 300 pieces of very, very relevant content, and I'll show you in a little while from now. And of course, the expert coaches like Leher. And then, what we are saying is the most important aspect is that I should be self-sufficient. So at WellM, we put our best foot forward to empower people around us, say that empower people in the campus of Amity, for instance, in this case, in terms of self-reflection, because self-reflection is a most important aspect of a life, because to err is human. But, if I lose and don't learn from there, it's a double whammy. And therefore, the enhancements in our life come from when we reflect from the issues what we have faced, how to do it better. We boost commitment of the people. And then, these are the aspects which are coming through on our app, like mood journaling, assessments, reports, advisory, our library, the community feature, one-on-one coaching, and the organization heat map. Yes, Leher. Leher, can you move forward? So can you play that video? Okay. Fine. So let me ask you a question. Leher, can you move to the next slide? Let me ask you a question. What do we do when we get fever? Now, obviously, the answer is that we measure and we use a thermometer to measure the fever. If the fever is, say, 99, we get a red flag, we get cautious. If it goes to 100, 101, we pop in some pills, which help in taking care of the fever. If it goes to 103, 104, 105, we rush to the hospital and do various kind of tests and try to get better. Now, just now, Leher showed you a slide that every second person, whether it is an organization, a company, or it's an institute, a university or college, every second person is facing the issue of anxiety or depression or issues which are linked to our emotions. Now, another question I'd like to ask is that between the mind and body, of course, both mind and body are equally important, but in the context of, Leher, can you go back to the previous slide? In the context of our output, like academic output, which has an edge, the mind or body? Obvious answer is, of course, body is very important, but mind has an edge over it because, our cognitive functioning is going to yield the academic performance and all. Now, having said so, tell me, do we have a thermometer for our emotional well-being? And my second question is that, do we have this emotional thermometer in reach of masses? So what we have done at Vellum is that we have created an emotional thermometer to measure our emotional fever and alert us that are we at the normal temperature? Are we at 99? Are we at 100, 101? And are we at 103, 104? So through this assessment, we get to understand that what is our emotional status. And once we measure that and we have that understanding, then we can apply our various techniques which are available to us. And those techniques are available on the app itself. Those techniques are available with the coaches in case the situation demands. And then we can take the right treatment. Treatment is the wrong word. We can take the right intervention. And ultimately what happens is that anxiety, depression, etc., they become our friends. And in other words, we learn how to manage those situations in a better way. Today, we are managing it, but we are managing it the way we think is the best. But friends, you would remember that in last 50, 40, 30, 20, 10 years, there's a humongous amount of research which has gone in this field. And there are very optimal ways of handling such issues. So Vellum brings that wide spectrum thermometer for everyone by which you measure and then take the appropriate steps to handle yourself. So Leher, you can move to the next one. And as we agreed earlier, that one side is mind, other side is the body. So the fitness is another area. So we have a fit care in which we try to understand the body endurance, composition, and flexibility. So this is another measure what we get. And again, with this, we have a learning. And mind and body always have interconnection. So we see this equation between the two. Can you move the next one? Now, having said so, we got to have a wide spectrum antibiotic, right? And here our antibiotic is no chemical, there's no molecule. What we have done is that at Vellum, we have curated 9 time-tested essential laws of well-being. And these laws come from the mother nature. So to take this antibiotic, you don't have to spend any money. You only have to have the will, and you have to have the right knowledge. And then you have to have the discipline to adopt that in your life. So once you adopt that in your life, then what is the outcome? The outcome is very simple, that these self-care practices will help you to manage your life in a better way, give a positive nudge to your cognitive abilities, your thinking abilities, your memory and the memory recall abilities, and face any situation in a much, much, much better way. And these essential laws of wellness, they are coming from areas which are very simple. And someone will say, come on, what are you talking about? So these laws come from air, water, sunshine, exercise, trust, which is very underrated aspect, trust on ourselves, the placebo and nocebo aspects. So these are the kind of areas.
Sorry to interrupt you there, sir. We are out of time now. So I request you to please unshare the screen. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Dr. Nehershi?
So can I take a minute?
Dr. Nehershi? Dr.
Yes,
Nehershi?
ma'am. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yeah. Can you please do the honors and proceed further? Thank you.
Okay, all right, ma'am.
Yeah, give 1 minute to Mr. Sarin to wind up. In
Yes,
1
sir.
minute, Mr.
Sure,
Sarin,
sir.
you can wind up in 1 or 1.5
Sure,
minutes.
sure.
2 minutes, right?
Yeah,
Quickly.
that's very
Yeah.
kind of you.
Sure.
So what I was trying to say is that various aspects of handling ourselves are available on the app. The app is available on the Play Store and Android Store. It can be downloaded. In fact, we have created a coupon code for all the students of Amity, and we can share that with you. So do download that and get the benefit of it. What we'll do it at the end of the day, we can share the heat map of Amity University campus with the faculty, the right person, whomsoever you nominate, and you can see that what is the status, and then the app can help the students and the faculty likewise, in taking care of themselves. So with this, I express my gratitude and thanks to every one of you, and wish you all the very best for a good, healthy living.
Thank you.
So thank you so much, sir. Very wonderful webinar, and it's modify our mindset. And the best part of this webinar, that focus. Focus on your breath, focus on your smile. Then definitely you will be the master of your life. You will become a driver of your own life. So thank you so much, sir, who gave his vital time for his busy schedule to grace this webinar. And now, I would like to invite Professor Vismita Paliwal, ma'am, Head of the institution, IBAS, Coordinator, ACPH, Amity University, Rajasthan, and our source of inspiration. Why? Because there is a reason behind this. As you know that an event like this cannot happen overnight. So the wheels start rolling weeks ago, and it requires planning and a bird eye for detail. So we have been fortunate enough to be backed by you, ma'am, and also team of very motivated and dedicated colleagues of IPAS. So thank you so much, ma'am. And I would like to invite Professor Vismita Paliwal, ma'am, for vote of thanks. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nehershi. All the participants, as I can see, there are approximately 450 participants right now watching us. So having help for your routine anxiety, routine panic, or phobias, or any stress that you are suffering from is a very essential thing. You should get help whenever you want, whenever you require. For that, Amity Institute of Behavioral and Allied Sciences has a 24/7 running counseling cell for our students, which is always there, who can help in their examination anxieties and other related factors. Apart from that, students, this is for your awareness regarding anxiety and depression. The word anxiety should not be used for daily routine anxious features or for just temporary anxiety situations or panic situations. And diagnosis of anxiety, diagnosis of depression, diagnosis of any such particular term that is recognized by International Classification of Disorders should and will always be done by a registered and licensed clinical psychologist in Indian scenario. So this is good to have help. This is good to have hope. And it is very good to find help from wherever you can. But also remember, do not label, do not always feel that you are anxious, do not always feel that you are depressed. Yes, stressful situations occur in life. Always, every day we face stressful situations and we bounce back from it. We have a good resilience capabilities, we have good coping capabilities. The only thing is to strengthen them and move along. And we are always there, the whole department. And now Mr. Sareen has also joined us. So we are always there to help you anytime in need. So winding up today's session, I will first and foremost, I would like to thank our founder president, Ashok Chauhan sir, honorable founder president, who has always encouraged us in going through these sessions and organizing such sessions. And he's the one who has always given utmost importance to behavioral science in all the institutions of Amity Universe. Highly grateful for you, to you, sir. And I'm also very, very much grateful to Asim Chauhan sir, our honorable chancellor sir, who has always given his blessings and who has always encouraged us to move forward and do a lot of research, a lot of activities in the field of behavioral science. I would like to thank our Vice Chancellor sir, Professor Amit Jain sir. I don't have words to express that he is an all-rounder. In his welcome address, he said that he doesn't have a knowledge of psychology. Well, I don't actually, he's being modest, because he is he's an inspiration for all of us. And the way he has always encouraged us and always helped us in going for such initiations and activities and other behavioral science related development of new tools and construction of new lab and all our equipments. He has always been very, very helpful, and he has always been inspiration for us to look forward to. And the way, not only in a theoretical way in psychology, but also in a practical way, he his unique capability of speaking with people and handling things, I have seen it myself, and it is incredible. Thank you so much, sir, for coming today in our session and enlightening us. And I would like to thank our resource person, Rakesh Sareen sir, to spare time today and enlighten the students about what are the types of anxieties and how to overcome them, and what is the help that has been provided from your end. Also, I am thankful to the team WellM, who has always supported me, and we have collaborated very well, and I'm very happy to see that. I'm thankful to all my faculties whose support has always been a backbone of the department, and I would not have been here without their support and their presence. The coordinators of this event, Ms. Srija Das and Dr. Nehershi. Dr. Nehershi has always been a very, very supportive faculty in the department, and the way she handles things is really like hats off to you. Thank you so much, Dr. Nehershi, for always being there. And thank you so much, Ms. Srija, for despite of the fact that you were out and you had to do a lot of important errands. I know that, and still you managed to coordinate everything. Thank you so much. Thanks to all our participants, and I'm sorry if I had missed out any names. So thank you everyone for being here, for sparing time and attending today's session. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
ma'am.
very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And someone has said that do not let your difficulties fill you with anxiety. After all, if it only in the darkest night that stars shine more brightly. Visualize self-observation is very, very important and first step of inner unfolding. So smile, breathe and go slowly. Because किसी ने कहा भी है कि ये ना सोचे कि तूफान में बहा है क्या क्या, आओ चलकर देखिए मकाम में बचा है क्या क्या. With this line, I would like to wind up this wonderful webinar. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.